Welcome to module number 2 on stress and sleep. In this module, you will learn how to minimize stress and how to optimize sleep. Both of these factors impact your mental health. If you are living with high levels of stress with minimal sleep, your mental health will be greatly impacted. Let's start with stress. Minimizing stress may seem like an unobtainable thing, but I promise you, it will help you live a happier, healthier life, especially if you learn how to manage it now while you are young. Stress is totally normal. Everyone has things in their life that stress them out. Stress often reveals itself through our emotions like frustration, irritability, or even anger, and other things like fatigue, not sleeping well, experiencing anxiety, or even having panic attacks. I would like you to pause this video for just a moment and write the answer to this question in your workbook. What stresses you out? Is it school? Is it homework? Time management? Your grades? Social pressure? Or even social awkwardness or social anxiety? Body image? Your parents? A friendship? Is there something traumatic that has happened in your life? I want you to write down all of the things that stress you out. Every single one. Don't leave anything out. As you look over the stressors you have written down, is there anything you can realistically remove from your life? If one of your stressors is your little brother or sister, it's not realistic to get rid of them, but at the very least, is there anything you can minimize? I would like to encourage you to talk over these stressors with your parent, a friend, or even a counselor. If you can't minimize any of the stressors on your list, let's talk about some ways you can work through them. Here are a couple of tools that will help you when you experience stress. Number 1, breathing exercises. Breath is one of the greatest tools we have within us to help us reduce stress and feel our best. When we take deep breaths through our diaphragm, we activate what's called the vagus nerve. When the vagus nerve is activated, it turns on our parasympathetic nervous system, which is the system responsible for all of the rest and digest functions in our body. As you move through life, it's important to learn how to regulate your nervous system and bring your body back to a very calm state after a stressful event has taken place. Breath work is an incredible tool to help you do just that. In fact, in the next video, I share a breath work exercise that we can do together anytime you feel anxious or overwhelmed. It will help you come back to your body and help you feel empowered to reframe your thoughts. And don't worry, it's only 5 minutes long. Another tool I use and love to help manage stress is walking outside. Movement helps us release stress, get out of our head, and check in with our physical body. Getting outside really helps us shift our perspective, take in our surroundings, get some fresh air, and even get a nice boost of vitamin D, an important vitamin that will help you boost your brain health. I even created a guided walk that we can do together anytime you feel stressed out. You'll find that video within the sleep and stress module. Keep it in your back pocket and come back to it anytime you need a stress reset. And now, let's move on to sleep. Sleep is crucial for your mental health. It's important that you are sleeping 8 to 9 hours most nights and getting really great deep sleep. I hope you are someone that sleeps well, but if you're not, I hope this information will help you. Sleep is your body's way of recharging, healing, and even processing the previous day. If we're not getting adequate sleep, it affects us physically and mentally. When we wake up and we haven't slept well, it affects our mood. Have you ever gone without a great night's rest and you wake up feeling sluggish and irritable? That sets you up for a rough day. You may experience brain fog and even crave foods that are unhealthy for you, like simple carbohydrate, sugary foods. When we don't get adequate sleep, we typically don't make the best decisions and we lack the energy to have a successful day. Now, let's talk about some factors that might be affecting your sleep. First and foremost, we talked about stress earlier, but are you unable to fall asleep because of stressors in your life? Something that might be helpful is what I call the journal dump. Keeping a journal by your bed can be extremely helpful. When things pop up or pop into your mind as you're trying to fall asleep and you're afraid that you will forget, write them down in your journal so you can look at them the next day. This is also helpful when you have obsessive thoughts, also called rumination, things that worry us, things that we are fearful about, or just something we need to remember for the next day. Here's another tip to get better sleep. Sleep in a completely dark, quiet, cool room. Even small amounts of light, like blinking Wi-Fi lights, could keep you up or make it harder to fall asleep. With that in mind, go to bed at a consistent time as often as you can and minimize blue light exposure before going to bed. This includes all electronics. And just a quick note, don't sleep with your iPhone on next to you while you sleep. Scientists have discovered that your phone emits signals that keep your brain awake throughout the night. I like to keep my phone on a dresser across the room and keep it in airplane mode with the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth turned off as often as possible. And hey, here's an interesting fact. What we eat and drink in a day affects our sleep at night. Are you consuming beverages with caffeine too late in the day or consuming too much sugar? Cut off caffeine consumption. This includes coffee and energy drinks as early in the day as possible. By 1 to 2 p.m. would be ideal. And try to limit your sugar intake to 25 grams or 6 teaspoons of sugar for females, 37 grams or 9 teaspoons for males. The sugar we eat is absorbed into our bloodstream and used in our body for energy. That burst of energy is helpful throughout the day when we're at school, work, or playing sports, but it can really keep us awake when we consume high sugar foods and drinks right before bed. If it feels hard for you to fall asleep at night, things like magnesium, melatonin, lavender, essential oil, or even a sleepy time tea can be beneficial before going to bed. But please check with your parent or physician first. If you have any specific questions about supplements or herbal teas, please feel free to reach out to me. Another note on sleep. We often spend a lot of time inside, so get outside and get some sunshine during the day. This helps reset your circadian rhythm each day and helps you sleep well at night. Exercising during the day also helps us sleep well. Is there some form of movement you like, or maybe you're involved in a school sport? And last but not least, since we talked about breath and how it helps us minimize stress, I want you to know that breath work can also help you fall asleep. I'll include a video within this module to help you fall asleep stress-free. I hope these tips help you reduce stress and get a great night of rest. You should be sleeping well, so if you're not, reach out and let someone know. And don't forget to use the guided walk and breathwork videos as tools to help you release stress and sleep better at night. And remember, you are not alone.